Now let us look at part 4 of the study of eukaryotes, which is the last part. In this part 4, we will focus on the non-membranous organelles, which are the part of the internal structures of eukaryotes. And the non-membranous organelles are ribosomes and cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is made up of filaments and microtubules. Let us focus on the ribosomes. First, eukaryotic ribosomes are large and complex molecular machines that catalyze the synthesis of proteins. Eukaryotic ribosomes are ATS ribosomes. S is the Swedberg unit for ribosomes. It is the sedimentation coefficient, which means the ATS eukaryotic ribosome sediments faster than the 70S prokaryotic ribosome. The ATS ribosome is only functional when the two subunits, the large 60S and the smaller 40S, come together. Eukaryotic cytoskeleton is made up of filaments and microtubules. The filaments are classified as actin filaments, also known as microtubules based on their diameter, and intermediate filaments. Microtubules make up the centrosomes, which are found in flagella, cilia, and lamellipodia, all involved in movement. There are three main functions for the cytoskeleton. As the name suggests, it provides a skeleton or a scaffold at the level of the cell. It also provides intracellular transport and has important functions during cellular division. Of the three types of cytoskeletons, the microtubules have the largest diameter at 25 nanometers in length. The intermediate filaments are at 10 nanometers diameters, and the actin filaments, also known as microfilaments, are the ones with the smallest diameter at 7 nanometers. Shown here is a wonderful fluorescent microscopy picture of a eukaryotic cell showing the actin filaments in red and the microtubules in green. Some bacteria can hijack actin filaments for their own advantage. They may use the filaments to move inside the cell from one place to another or to spread from one cell to another. Examples of such bacteria are Listeria monocytogenes, Shigella flexneri, and Rickettsia rickettsii. Rickettsia can form what is known as comet tails when moving across the cell cytosol. That is shown in this fluorescent microscopy image of Vero cells infected with Rickettsia rickettsii. The bacteria are shown in green and the actin filaments in red. So in summary, ribosomes as a whole unit is an ATS ribosome with 60S and 40S subunits. Ribosomes are responsible for the synthesis of proteins. Cytoskeletons are made up of microfilaments, also known as actin filaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules, which are the centrosomes or centrioles. They help in forming the cell skeleton. They help with transport and with cell division. As a recap, Eukaryotes are organisms with cells that contain a true nucleus and a nuclear membrane and membranous organelles. They contain multiple and linear chromosomes during cell division. In this diagram, the chromosome is in the form of chromatin, as seen here, spread out. This is an example of a typical animal cell. Some of the membranous organelles of the eukaryotic cells are the mitochondria, the lysosomes, the peroxisomes, and the endoplasmic reticulum. The non-membranous organelles include the ribosomes, shown here in dots, and the cytoskeleton, including the microtubules and the centrioles. This concludes the study of eukaryotes.